Good morning, all. Now, in today's session, we are going to discuss related to the design of a bush. Okay, there will be one problem statement, and according to that problem statement, you have to design the bush. Okay, so this is the numerical part. Okay, numerical part for from this chapter. This is the problem statement. I think this is visible on your screen. Okay. Now, in this today's session, we will discuss this problem statement and how to design a bush. That is its solution. And after this, in the next session, we will discuss related to the design of means radius fillet and design of the holes in the plastic parts. That part we will discuss in the next session. In this session, we are going to discuss this how to design a bush. Okay. Now, for designing of this bush, before starting it, and we will just read this problem statement. Okay. Now, here a product has to be designed for a assembly. Okay, this product now this boss bush with the boss, and what is the purpose of providing that boss? It will help in the assembly that already we have discussed in previous session. Now here what they have provided you is steel chair of weight 7 kg. Okay, steel chair is there, steel chair of having weight 7 kg, and it has four legs. Okay, four leg supports, and that leg support requires a bush. Okay, it requires a bush with boss to avoid the noise during the handling and scratch mark. Okay, during the handling, to avoid the noise and to avoid the scratch marks which may get created during the friction. Okay, if there is a chair, steel chair, then it may come in contact with the ground surface. Okay, and due to that friction, some noise may get created or some scratches may get formed on that chair. Okay, now to avoid this, we are going to provide a bush at the from the bottom surface. Okay, of whichever legs are there. Suppose here they have provided that chair is having four legs. Then for all legs, we are providing a bush. And to assemble that bush with the legs, okay, chair legs, we require one boss. Okay, through that boss, we are going to attach a screw, and it will get attached to the that chair. Okay, here this diagram is there. They have provided for the reference. Suppose this is the leg of that chair, one leg. They have provided the diameter of that leg pipe 50 millimeter, and this is your bush, and this is the boss, and you are going to attach this bush to the leg of that chair with the help of one screw. And they have provided the dimensions of this screw, that is it will have 4 millimeter diameter and 10 millimeter length. Okay, the plastic bush has to be fitted to the pipe leg of chair by 4 millimeter diameter and 10 millimeter length, full threaded slotted screw. Okay, with the help of this screw, we are going to attach that bush to the leg of that chair. Okay, for all four legs, four bushes with boss you have to provide. Okay, now you have to decide the dimensions of this bush with the boss. Okay, boss will be there, dimensions of this bush with the boss means here you have to design a bush and the boss and all its related dimensions, and this is the given data. Okay, a chair, steel chair having weight 7 kg, it has four legs. Okay, and at the bottom you have to provide the bush to avoid the noise during the handling. Okay, and that bush has to be fitted to the pipe. Okay, to the pipe leg of that chair with the help. Here we are going to attach it to having length 10 millimeter and diameter 4 millimeter. Okay, and this is the diameter of the chair leg pipe. Okay, chair is having legs and its diameter is given. Okay, this is your problem statement, and now you have to provide the or design a bush with a boss. Okay, boss will be there as you require to assemble that bush to the chair leg. Here screw must be provided, and to provide the screw, boss may be there. Okay, boss will be there. So this is your initial diagram they have provided you for the reference. Okay, now for designing this, first you have to first you have to decide the manufacturing process. By which manufacturing process you are going to manufacture this bush. Okay, bush with the boss. First you have to decide the manufacturing process, and after this deciding the manufacturing process, you have to decide how much load will act. Okay, approximate load that will act on that bush. Okay, here we are having a chair with four legs, and for each leg one bush will be there. Then you have to calculate how much load will act on a single bush. Okay, as four legs are there, we are going to provide four bush. Okay, four bushes will be there, and you have to calculate here how much load will act on a single bush. Okay, and some considerations you have to do, and that will be your second stage. Then in the third stage, you have to determine the dimensions of the bush, the diameter of the bush, then its length, that you have to decide, and its material. By determine with the help of how much load is acting on it, and depending on that load, you have to decide how much stress will get created on that bush, how much stress will act, and depending on that stress value, uh, you have to decide the material. Okay, you have to decide the material. Okay, that will be your third stage. Then in the fourth stage you have to provide the wall thickness. Okay, the important aspect in the plastic part design is, first you have to decide the wall thickness of that bush. Very important aspect in designing any plastic part. First you have to decide the wall thickness. Okay, after deciding that wall thickness, then you will go for the dimensions of the boss. Okay, dimensions of the boss you have to decide. Then after deciding the boss dimensions, then whether it is means there is any need to provide the ribs, then modification of the parting lines, then how to provide draft allowance, shrinkage allowance, that we will discuss one by one. Okay, so this is the short summary related to the design of the bush with the boss. Then we will start with the solution for this particular problem statement. I will move toward the next slide. Okay, now first try to remember here that one steel chair is there. Its weight of that chair is 7 kg. It has four legs, and for each leg we are going to design the bush or provide the bush at the bottom. To avoid the friction during the handling, there will be friction between that chair leg and ground. To avoid the friction, and to avoid the probable formation of the scratches or scratch marks, we are providing that bush, and that bush will be with one boss arrangement to provide the screw to attach, or for the assembly purpose to attach that bush to the chair leg. One screw will be provided, and for attaching that screw, boss arrangement will be there. Okay, and for that certain dimensions are given. The whichever chair leg is there, its diameter is 50 millimeter. Then screw length of screw is 10 and diameter is 4. Depending on this, dimensions of this screw only we are going to decide the dimensions of the boss. Okay, now we will move towards the uh, design procedure here. In this design procedure, the first step is the selection of the manufacturing process. Here you have to select the manufacturing process. Now here, to manufacture the plastic parts, you can go for different manufacturing processes. Like you can go for injection molding to design that particular bush with the boss. You can go for injection molding, then you can use compression molding, transfer molding. Different manufacturing processes or processing methods for plastic materials can be used, but the preferable is you have to consider the economical aspect. Now, to do the mass production, the most economical method from these three methods is injection molding. Okay? Injection molding is the low cost manufacturing method, and here we are going to use the medium carbon steel dies. Okay, to manufacture this, whichever die is required, that die will be manufactured from medium carbon steel material, and this injection molding can be performed or mass production can be done with the minimum cost. That's why we are going to choose here injection molding process. Okay, in your first step you have to mention that this can be this bush can be manufactured with different methods, different plastic processing methods, like injection molding, compression molding, transfer molding. But as the injection molding is a low cost manufacturing method, we are going to use that method only. Okay, so this is the first stage, that is the selection of the manufacturing process. This is the first stage. Then the next, that is the second stage, is note down this. You can note it down as a step one, selection of the manufacturing process. And here you can write that three methods can be used, as you can see easily in this slide. And out of that three methods, injection molding, compression and transfer, injection molding is most suitable, as you can conduct this process with the minimum possible cost. Okay, and you will get the required dimensional accuracy also. Okay, please note it down, the first stage, selection of the manufacturing process. And after that you have to write one sentence that low cost manufacturing can be possible with injection molding process. Okay, we will move towards the step two. Second step here is the calculation of the load. That is, this name of the step will be distribution of the load. Now in this step, here you have to calculate, as already I have explained that, yeah, you have to calculate here the how much load is will act on a single bush, as four legs are there. Four, this chair is having four legs. Then the total load will act on the four legs, and for each leg we are going to provide one bush, means bushes we are going to provide here. Then whichever total load will act on that four bushes. Okay, means how much will you are going to calculate the total load. Here total load will be the self weight of that chair and weight of the person sitting on that chair. Okay, weight of the person sitting on that chair. Then here they have provided the weight of the chair, and here you have to make one assumption. Okay, here we are going to assume some factors, okay, for design purpose only. That is the weight of the person sitting on that chair, approximately you have to consider it in the range 60 to 80 kg. Okay, weight of that person. So as they have given the weight of the chair here, okay, I will explain it. Chair requires four bushes, and whichever total load is there, that total weight is distributed equally on each bush. Okay, on each bush, the total load will get equally distributed. Then weight of the chair is 7 kg. Here we will consider the average weight of a person. Okay. Then I have considered here 73 kg. Okay. Here I have considered the 73 kg for just simplification of the calculations. Okay, 73 plus 7, it will get 80 divided by 4. It will come some around figure. That's why I have assumed this value. You can go for any value within the range 50 to 80 kg, 60 to 80 kg. You can go for it. Okay, just depending on the weight of this chair, so that the calculations will become easy. For that purpose only, I have considered this 73 kg. Okay, after adding the weight of chair, it will become 80. And as this total 80 kg, this is the total weight acting on the four bushes. Okay, weight of that chair and weight of the person. Total weight is 80 kg, and this 80 kg will act on four bushes, and load will be equally distributed. Then to calculate the load acting on the single bush, that is total weight divided by the number of bushes. Total weight is 80 divided by number of bushes are 4, then it will come 20. Okay, this value will come different according to the your assumption of the weight of the person. Okay, weight of the person sitting on that chair, this value will be different. Okay, as this is the design, and they have in the problem statement they have not mentioned the weight of the person sitting on it. Here you can assume the approximate value, and you have to calculate the load acting on a single bush. Okay, so here, as per according to my consideration, it is coming 20 kg. Okay, first you have to decide the total weight acting on the four bushes, and you have to calculate the load acting on a single bush. Okay, please note it down. I will wait for few seconds here. Please note it down. Just you can write the step 2 as a distribution of load. Then here you can write number of bushes are 4. Then weight of chair 7 kg. Then consider the average weight of a person 73 kg. Then total weight acting on 4 bushes. That is weight of chair plus weight of person. Then it will come 80 kg. And the load acting on single bush is total load divided by number of bushes. Is 80 by 4, it will come 20 kg. That is load acting on single bush is 20 kg. Okay, then we will move towards the third step. Now in the third step here, now after deciding that load acting on the single bush, now we will go for the to decide the dimensions of the bush and its material. Okay, here we are going to decide dimensions of the bush and the material required. Okay, it's a material required means material, from which material we are going to manufacture that bush. Now to decide the material, you have to decide the stress acting on it, and depending on the required stress, okay, required stress, you have to decide the material. Okay, now one by one we will go here. Now in this particular bush design, here first you have to determine the diameter of the bush. Okay, first you have to determine the diameter of the bush, and then its length of the bush. Okay, I will show you the diagram for this. Okay, here this is the bush. First you have to decide the diameter. This is the diameter of the bush and its length. Okay, now to determine the length of the bush, as we are going to fit, okay, we are going to fit it, or we are going to assemble this bush to the uh, that chair leg. Okay, leg of that chair, we are going to attach it from the bottom surface with the help of one screw. And as the screw is having 10 millimeter length, then the height of this bush, you can say that this is the height of the bush will be 10 millimeter. Okay, it will be 10 millimeter. Okay, 10 millimeter height will, you can decide it with the help of this screw required. Height will be 10 millimeter. Now to decide the diameter, this diameter, okay, from this point to this point diameter, here some design considerations are there, whichever depending on the diameter of this leg. Okay, this is the leg of the chair. Then depending on this diameter, you have to decide the diameter of the bush. Generally, diameter of bush is considered as or taken as 50% of this diameter of leg of chair. Okay, here diameter of leg of chair is 50. Then diameter of bush you have to consider is 50%, means half of it, half of this 50 millimeter. This is the design consideration. Okay, and its height will be equal to height of that length of that screw, that is the 10 millimeter. Okay, now here according to the design consideration, diameter of bush is generally considered as half the diameter of the pipe leg. Pipe leg is nothing but the chair leg of that chair, as the diameter of that leg of the chair is 50 millimeter divided by 2. Diameter of bush, it will come 25 millimeter. It will come 25 millimeter, and approximately we are modifying, means we are just taking the even number for just calculation purpose. Instead of taking the odd numbers, here we are taking the nearest even number, that is 26 millimeter. Okay. Now to determine this diameter of the bush is half the diameter of the leg of the chair, and diameter of leg of chair is 50 divided by 2, it will become 25 millimeter. And for calculation purpose only, there is no basic means rule is there. Just for calculation purpose, we are converting it to the nearest even number. You can take it 26 millimeter or 24 millimeter also. Okay, then after deciding the in this third step, dimensions of the bush and its material we are going to decide. Then we have decided its diameter. Then we are going to decide the height. Okay, height we have decided as 10 millimeter. From where this 10 millimeter will come, as a pole of 4 millimeter diameter is provided there to attach, to fit the screw. Okay, to fit that screw having length 10 millimeter. Then height of the bush, height of this bush, this is the bush, height of this bush, as here we are going to provide one screw with 4 millimeter diameter and 10 millimeter length. Its height will be 10 millimeter. Okay, now depending on the given circumstances, okay, initial conditions, that bush is there, and at the center of that bush we are going to fit a screw. Okay, having 4 millimeter diameter. Then this is the initial design of the bush. 10 millimeter height, this is the 26 millimeter diameter, and this in this diameter at the center one through hole is there, having 4 millimeter diameter and 10 millimeter length. Okay, this is the through hole. Depending on that, this is the initial design of the bush. Okay, this is very important step. This is the initial design of the bush. This is the drawing. Please draw this diagram. This is the initial design of the bush. Okay, this is the design of bush. 26 millimeter diameter, 10 millimeter height. This is a through hole, and this is the remaining part. It will be solid. Okay, this is a through hole, 4 millimeter through hole, and 26 millimeter diameter. Then this remaining portion will be 11 millimeter towards left hand side and 11 millimeter towards right hand side. Okay, total diameter is 26. Eliminate this through hole 4 millimeter, it will become 22. Means 11 millimeter here and 11 millimeter on left hand and 11 millimeter on right hand side. Okay, this is the initial design of the bush. Please draw this diagram, and if you are having any difficulty, please put that in the chat box. Okay, and so we will continue. Please draw this diagram. In this third step is still going on. That is, we have decided the initial dimensions of the bush, its diameter, then its height. Then we have designed the initial stage. Design first initial design is here we have prepared. Then we are going to determine the material. Okay, material, from which material we are going to manufacture this bush. For that we are going to calculate the stress acting on the single bush. Okay, to determine the stress formula will be load. Okay, load acting on a single bush divided by its area. Now area we can calculate from this initial design. Okay, area of the bush, it will be pi by 4 in bracket this outside diameter. Okay, it is 26 square minus this inside diameter is 4 square. Okay, and the load acting on each bush is 20 kg. Okay, it will be 20 divided by that area of the bush, and you will end up with the stress. Okay, but here I have calculated this. As this is a cylindrical bush, has to bear a load of 20 kg. Hence, the stress acting on that bush is equal to load divided by area. Now here area is equal to pi by 4 outside diameter square minus inside diameter square. Okay, then area will be this will be area in millimeter square. Then this will be your stress value. The stress value will come in kg per millimeter square. As load is in kg, you can convert it in Newton also by just multiply this value by 9.81. You will get it in the Newton per millimeter square. Okay, now there will be standard chart value. Okay, standard chart values will be there, and according to that standard chart values for each material, get some tensile strength, standard tensile strength values will be there, and one chart will be there, and with the help of that chart you can decide the material. Now to for this much load, okay, for this much load you can go for the PVC material to manufacture that particular bush which can sustain this much load. And then here we can go for the material PVC material, that is polyvinyl chloride material. Here you have to write that to manufacture by considering the uh, factor of safeties. Here material to be designed or that particular bush can be manufactured with the help of PVC material, polyvinyl chloride material. And this PVC material has a strength, tensile strength 450 kg per millimeter square, and it is having low cost also. Okay, you have to consider here two aspects, that is the cost of that material, and its strength also. Okay, strength and cost of material also. Okay, then here some extra point, that is the shrinkage allowance for this particular PVC material is 0.5 to 0.7%. And while giving the actual design dimensions for the design, you can consider average value of 0.6%. You can consider any shrinkage allowance value within this range. Point you can go for 0.5, 0.55, or 0.65. Within this range, you can go for any value. Okay, this will come in fact in the last stage. Okay, where in the end stage you have to provide the shrinkage allowance for each dimensions. You have to add this shrinkage allowance. Okay, by 0.5% or 0.7% within this range. Generally, we are considering the average value of 0.6%. Okay, so this is the third stage. Okay, we have decided the stress acting, and depending on that stress acting, we have decided the material also. Okay, so this is the initial design. This is very important here. Now this is our initial design. Now according to the where, as we will consider the wall thickness and other factors in the plastic part design, this bush design will get modified. This is our initial design. This is our initial design, and this design we are going to modify. Now here onwards, this design will be modified. Okay, this is the initial design of the bush. Okay, now the next, that is the fourth stage. Okay, already we have discussed that. The first very important aspect while designing any plastic part is the consideration of the wall thickness. You can say it as a minimum wall thickness. Now, as we are going to use the injection molding, as we are going to use the injection molding for manufacturing this. Now, if suppose, okay, if suppose we manufacture the, okay, this is our initial design. If suppose we manufacture the bush having this much portion with the solid, okay, this much portion in solid in nature. This is the heavy section, heavy solid section with only one small through hole. Then what will happen? Large amount of the shrinkage will be there. Okay, shrinkage will occur. Then warpage will take place. Then sink marks will be there. Large amount of thermal stresses may get created. If suppose we decide this as our final design and we try to manufacture it, then what will happen? Due to this heavy section, due to this heavy section, what will happen? Sink marks will occur. Okay, sink marks will occur. You can say that warpage will there, shrinkage. Initially, shrinkage will occur. Then warpage will there. Then thermal stresses may get created. Then sink marks may occur as this is a heavy section. Material may move towards one side or one corner, and at the bottom corner, some sink marks may occur. Okay, if you try to manufacture the heavy solid section, which is shown in this diagram, then it will create some defects. Okay? It will create some defects. Now, to avoid this defect, we have to provide the or consider the minimum wall thickness. Okay, minimum wall thickness we have to consider here. Hence, we are going to modify. This design is modified, and instead of manufacturing this heavy section, okay, on this both sides, instead of manufacturing this heavy section, we will manufacture this with minimum wall thickness. Okay, and in generally in injection molding, the minimum wall thickness is considered as 2 millimeter. Okay, and hence this design is modified in this way. Okay, instead of manufacturing the heavy section, it is minimum wall thickness is provided to reduce the shrinkage, then warpage, or probable or to avoid the sink marks. Okay, and generally for injection molding, the wall thickness provided is 2 millimeter wall thickness is provided. So this is our modified design. We have provided the wall thickness, and while providing the wall thickness, you have to take care that the wall thickness should be minimum and it should be uniform throughout. It should be minimum and it should be uniform. That's why throughout we have provided 2 millimeter. Okay, this is the 2 millimeter, and this distance is 2 millimeter, this distance is 2 millimeter. Okay, in this way we have provided it throughout. This 2 millimeter wall thickness is provided, and at the center through hole is there. This is the through hole. This is the modified design of the bush with minimum wall thickness. Okay, here you have to consider it. This is the modified design of the bush with minimum wall thickness. This is very important step. Okay, this is design of bush with minimum wall thickness. This is the fourth stage. Now the fifth stage, we will move towards fifth stage. Now design. Now here in this bush, okay, here we are going to provide. This is the boss. Okay, here we are going to fit the screw. Now we have to decide the dimensions of this boss. Okay, what will be its diameter? What will be its height or length? You can say that. Okay, for this that the fifth stage will be there. Okay, now here we are going to decide the dimensions of the box. Now, as for that, we have modified this design, we are modifying here. Okay, this design. Now here at the center, the boss will be there. This is the center, boss will be there. Now, depending on our requirement, first we will assume it and we will make one modify this design. Okay, it will be modified like this. Okay, now how it is modified? Okay, how this is modified? Here we have considered the dimensions of the boss. Here we have considered its height. Instead of taking the height 10 millimeter, we have considered it as a 7 millimeter. Okay, boss is there to provide the means to that boss only. We are going to provide that. We are going to provide. It will help in the assembly of that manufactured bush to the leg of the chair. Okay, here this is just the consideration. This is just the consideration. Now in this way our initial design is modified. Okay. Initial design is modified. Here diameter of this hole is 4 millimeter. Okay, diameter of hole is 4 millimeter. This is the initial must requirement. And here height we have assumed it as a 7 millimeter. Okay, height we have assumed it as a 7 millimeter. Now there are certain design, these are design guidelines. Okay, this you have to remember. Whenever diameter of the hole is less than 4.8 millimeter, diameter of hole is less than 4.8 millimeter, then its length is 4 times the diameter. If diameter of the hole is greater than 4.8 millimeter, then the length of that hole or height of that hole is 6 times the diameter. Now here the hole diameter is given as 4 millimeter. We are having 4 millimeter diameter hole. Then its length will be 4 times d. Okay, 4 times the diameter. Now the total length given is 10. Okay, total length. Okay, total length, maximum possible length for that bush or height of that bush, it will be equal to the length of that boss. Okay, maximum possible length of the boss is 10. As diameter is less than 4.8, this is it must satisfy this equation. Then d, it will come 2.5. Okay, d as per the given length of that bush or possible length of the boss, diameter must be 2.5, but our actual diameter is required diameter is 4. Okay, its capacity is low, hence. Okay, hence this 4 millimeter diameter hole is weak in nature. Okay, whichever boss is there, it will be weaker, as for that much length only 2.5 diameter is possible for that boss, but we have our requirement is more, hence whichever boss we are providing, it is very weak, its strength is very less, hence we have to increase its strength. Hence here we have to increase its strength. And to increase its strength, okay, how to increase the strength of any boss? Increase in the strength of the boss can be done by providing the ribs. Okay, that will be the next stage, the sixth stage, that is strengthening of the boss by allocation of the ribs. Okay, now strengthening of the boss is done by providing the four ribs. We are going to provide the four ribs, and each ribs will be 90-degree apart. Okay, four ribs will be provided. Okay, for this I will show you one diagram. Okay, diagram of the boss I will provide you here. Okay, we are having the diagrams. Okay, this, okay, in this way. This is the boss, and from four sides we are going to provide the ribs. in this way. Okay, this is the boss, central boss, and from four sides we are going to provide these ribs. Okay, here these are just sides, but the ribs will be there, rectangular in shape. Okay, okay. Now the strengthening of that boss is done by providing the ribs. Now four ribs will be provided 90-degree apart from each other. Okay, and now here you have to decide the thickness of the rib. Now generally rib thickness we are going to determine from with the help of wall thickness only. Generally it is taken 60 to 80% of the wall thickness. You can choose any value, 60 to 80% of the wall thickness. Here I have considered 70% of the wall thickness. You can consider 60%, 65%, or 80% also. Within this range you have to consider 60 to 80% of the wall thickness. Hence the rib thickness here it will be 1.4 millimeter. 70% I have taken out, and 2 millimeter wall thickness we have considered. Hence here rib thickness will be 1.4 millimeter. Okay, then the next stage, this is the next stage. Now here this is the modification of the parting line. Okay, now just we have modified the previous design. Please consider this design. Okay, here we have considered the height or length of the boss as 7 millimeter. Okay, now here from this diagram you can clearly see that as we have considered this here 7 millimeter height, then two parting lines will be there. One parting line will come at this surface and one parting line will come at this bottom. Then what will happen when while manufacturing this? Okay, while manufacturing this you have to use the three plate mold. Okay, already we have discussed that two plate mold, three plate mold in previous practical session. We have discussed that fundamentals of the injection molding process, in the fundamentals of mold design used for injection molding. In that, if two parting lines are there, we have to use the three plate mold, and in that three plate mold it will become, tooling will be very much costly. Okay, it requires more cost. Then to avoid that we can modify this design by shifting this, okay, this to the bottom, and by creating only one parting line, that is at the bottom. We are considering the parting line at the bottom, and hence this design will be modified. Okay, in this way, here this parting line will be at, just this will be shifted at the bottom. This is the design, modified design of the bush by modifying the parting line. Okay, this is the diagram, design of bush with modification of the parting line. This is the step 7, step number 7. And after this, the step 8 here. Now step 8 and 9 is very simple. Just you have to consider the draft allowance and shrinkage allowance. Okay, in the step 8 you have to consider the draft allowance. Now uh, you have to provide the draft allowance whichever faces are there. Okay, here in this diagram whichever faces are there, okay, these are the faces which are perpendicular to this parting line. Okay, which are perpendicular to this parting line, you have to provide a draft allowance for easy removal of that final part or product from the mold. Some draft or taper you have to provide. Draft or taper you have to provide on the faces which are perpendicular to this parting line, and this design is modified in this way. Okay, this design is just whichever faces are perpendicular to parting line, on that you have to provide the draft. Okay, and here draft allowance you can consider within the range half degree to 3 degree. Here we have considered the 2 degree draft. Okay, on each face which is perpendicular to the parting line, 2-degree draft we have considered, and design is modified, and calculations are done. Okay, here we have considered some in this way. Okay, here this right angle triangle we have considered, and we have calculated, we have considered this angle as a 2-degree. Okay, this angle as a 2-degree, and we have calculated this horizontal distance, that is the x, this horizontal distance from this side, this point to this point, from this point to this point, this horizontal distance we have calculated, and it will come with the help of tan 2-degree. Tan here, tan 2-degree, it will be equal to x divided by this total height 10, and this x will be 0.349 millimeter. Okay, from both sides, 0.349. Okay, 0.349 from this point to this point, and from this point to this point, and this center portion will remain 25.3. Okay, this is the modified design of the bush by considering the draft allowance. Now, so this is the your final design. Now just in the next, that is the providing the shrinkage allowance, as we have considered the polyvinyl chloride material, for each dimension you have to add the shrinkage allowance. Okay, as PVC material is there, the shrinkage allowance is within the range 0.5 to 0.7%, and average value we are considering 0.6%, and that is in the next stage. For each dimension you have to provide the shrinkage allowance. Okay, here 0.6% shrinkage allowance we are going to consider, that is provided. Just these are some simple dimensions. Okay, 0.6% for each dimensions, you have to add the 0.6% of that dimension, that is nothing but the shrinkage allowance. The shrinkage allowance has to be provided on the all sides of that PVC material. Now here, by providing 0.6% shrinkage allowance on all sides, we get the following dimensions. All dimensions are modified. Okay, all dimensions, this 10 millimeter, 2 millimeter, this 26 millimeter, 25.3 millimeter, then from this point to this point center, this 4 millimeter, 2 millimeter, all distances or all dimensions are provided with the shrinkage allowance. This is our final stage, and in this way we have designed the bush with the boss. And at the end you have to draw these two diagrams. Okay, this is the shear, okay, leg of that shear, and this is the bush. Okay, with the boss. At this point screw will be fitted. This dotted portion is for screw. Okay, this is the chair leg pipe with the bush, and this is the design of the bush. Okay, this is the bush. Okay, this is the, we are showing here the die assembly. In this die assembly we have shown the our final product design. Okay, here we have not shown the getting system and cooling system. Okay, here I have written also, that is die assembly without getting system and cooling system. Okay, so in this way we have completed this design of the bush with boss. Okay, in this way we have considered this, completed this part. Now from the given statement we have designed the bush with the boss, and I will just name the stages. In the first stage we have done the selection of the manufacturing process, then we have decided the load acting on the single bush, that is the distribution of load. In the next stage we have decided the dimensions of the bush, that is its diameter, then its height, and we have determined the stress acting on the each bush, and depending on that we have decided the material. We have considered the PVC material. Then we have, depending on the our need, that is to avoid that shrinkage and warpage and sink marks, we have taken the minimum wall thickness, and then after that we have designed the boss. We have assumed its dimensions. Then as the boss is strength is less, we have modified it by providing a strengthening is done by allocation of the boss. Then after that, we have modified the parting line. Okay, to avoid the use of uh, three plate mold or core pins, we have modified its design, or parting line is shifted to the bottom. Then we have considered the draft allowance, and finally shrinkage allowance is added to the each side. And at the end, that final diagram we have considered on that. Okay, so in this way we have completed this design of the bush with boss. Okay, thank you for attending this session. I will share this notes as well as this presentation, okay, after completing this chapter. Thank you for attending this session. In this session we have discussed this design of the bush here. Okay, compulsory, if your theory exam may occur, then they will ask this question for 8 marks. Okay, and if they have taken the objective questions, they may ask you the design considerations. Okay, so please go through this, and thank you for attending this session. I will stop here. Thank you.